Drafting with Numott.
He's back, but this time it's not drafting with Numott, it is constructed with Numott. And oh boy, we have the new format, Pioneer, just released on Magic Online yesterday, actually. And this format is like a modern light format. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out Pioneer yet, I would highly recommend doing so. This format is in its early stages of infancy, and so people are trying just everything that they can do. This is basically the best hits of Standard. Some of the decks that have come to the forefront already are things like Green-Black Delirium. You have Marvel decks. You have decks like this one, which I'm trying out more than anything else. You have the world of possibilities is really yours in Pioneer right now. And the only thing that they've banned are the fetch lands. So it's kind of interesting. Everybody is trying new things. And this is the deck that I want to try out for you guys today. This is a nice little, we call them Cheerios in old school Modern. And I guess this is somewhat similar to that. But anyways, your game plan, and you have multiple here, is basically to go off with SRAM and a bunch of these 0 mana equipment, draw your deck, get a bunch of artifacts on the battlefield. I've decided to put in the Gear Per Either Grid's main deck for an additional win con, but otherwise you have like either Flux Reservoir, Sai going off with a bunch of tokens. Yeah, this deck is sweet, so I think I'm going to take this deck into a league today. But other fun decks include something like this Red-Green Breach deck, if you want to take a look at another example of the Pioneer format. This was actually the first league that I 5-0'd with was with this deck right here, which is kind of nice. But like I said, you have things like Energy, Marvel back in the format, Jeskai, you have these mono red decks that are popping up here and there. You have blue red like in Soul Artifacts. You have mono green with like Hardened Scales. You have Jeskai Ascendancy going infinite and then killing people with Sylvan Awakenings. But that's just a snapshot of all of the decks that I've been trying out in this format. But today we are going to try this deck right here. This is the Jeskai Cheerios, I will say. And it's quite the doozy. It's pretty fun. I don't think it's the most competitive deck in the format, but you can definitely do some broken things. So let's just jump right into the queue. All right, here we are for round 1 of this Pioneer League with our Jeskai Cheerios. We're going to choose to play first, and we have a pretty decent looking hand here. This is a turn 1 Emery into potentially a turn 2 Gear Per Either Grid. So, good stuff already here. Now, normally in this deck, you want to aggressively mulligan until you find, like, Emery or SRAM. SRAM, I think, is the best of them. But any of these will do. So what we can do here is we can play the Sheevan Reef, the Mox Amber, and now Emery costs only 1 mana because we have 2 artifacts on the battlefield. And what did we mill? Paradoxical Outcome, Cathar's Shield. So I do have technically 1 mana available to me, but can't do anything with it right now. Mountain into Foundry Street Denizen from the opponent, so it looks like they're going to be an aggro red deck. The fact that they didn't kill my Emery means I'm probably just going to win this next turn, in essence. Because what I can do is go like this. Emery, the Cathar's Shield, cast it for free. Now I'm going to play Gear Per Either Grid, and I can just effectively now just start shooting down everything they play. I'm going to just immediately kill their creature, and yeah, they just scoop the game. Gear Per Either Grid is... Man, so it used to be in the sideboard of this deck, and then I just felt like I was bringing it in every single matchup. And obviously on a mulligan to 5 there, the opponent didn't have much option anyways, but it really just turns all of your useless, quote-unquote useless, I should say, equipment into, half a damage. All right, so mono red, and all we saw was a Foundry Street Denizen. What can we take from that? Probably want to bring in these Padeems. Could also see bringing in Saheeli just to go and give me extra creatures versus them. Let's see. I think you can probably shave some number of Mystic Forages, if not all of them. I can probably shave a Paradoxical. I do want to get in these Padeems if I can. I don't really have much of a sideboard versus red, and maybe that's my mistake. though I'm not sure what other cards I would add. So let's bring in the 2 Badeems. I think I can just cut 2 Springleaf drums and run it like this. Okay, game 2 of this Pioneer League versus presumably mono-red goblins or mono-red aggro. Have a pretty decent hand here as well, as they have a turn 1 Legion Loyalist. I'm going to go turn 2 SRAM and then start cantripping. So hopefully they don't put me under too much pressure. Sai is also another fine one here. Take another 1. And they have a Goblin Instigator, okay. Been seeing some lists with like Ember Cleaves as well. So let's just play our 2/2 and immediately start cantripping. Ooh, yeah. Mox Amber was another good hit. Because now I can play the Amber and then play the Emery. Oh, no, I can't! Because it only produces white. That's right. So I actually should have held on to the Mox Amber there. That was a mistake. Fanatical Firebrand, okay. Oh, I wonder if they have an Ember Cleave in their hand. I think I like blocking, but I could get ouched here for sure. Yeah, they do have it. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take 3, 4, 5. And then I get to go Sai into Emery this time, yes. And we milled in a Quarter Shield, Padeem, Sai, nothing too relevant. Alright, looks like they moved the Ember Cleave to their Legion Loyalist. And they are going to attack with everything. I don't know why they moved it. That doesn't seem relevant. Block, block. I'm going to take 5 here? That seems fine to me. So they play a Foundry Street Denizen. Sure. Alright, the world is my oyster. How do we play this turn? I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I can a Quarter Shield. So I think we just want to run out the Mystic Forge and start looking at the top of our library, plus making a bunch of 1/1s. Alright, so we didn't hit there, so we can exile it with our Forge, try to hit another 0. We did not. So we'll cast the Quarter Shield out of our graveyard. We'll cast the Spider Silk Net. Play the land. And just pass. I want to preserve my life total at this point if I can. I might even block with the Sai just to gain 4 life in essence. Okay, so they're going to equip the Foundry Street Denizen now, I imagine, with the Ember Cleave, and that's going to be 4 double striking power. Okay. So I think we just want to protect our life total here. I mean, I don't get to kill their Foundry Street Denizen, but I only end up taking 1 damage. If I block with everything. If I only block like this, I take, let's see, 5 damage and go to 2? I feel like we need to keep the Sai, though. So I'm just going to block like this and go to 2. Yikes, another bad card off the top. Okay, so let's exile that. Hopefully we need to hit some artifacts now. Alright, so we did. So we can float a blue with the Amber. Cast this Amber. We have a Padeem on top. Keep the untapped one. And then I can float, use a colorless here, Sigh, sacrifice the amber, and a spider silk net to draw the Padim. Nice, we hit a 0. Okay, so now I think we want to run out the Saheeli. And the reason to run out the Saheeli is now we're going to get extra blockers. We're going to get 2. Nice, another 0 means we can cast it for free. SRAM off the top will be good next turn. We want to get the Mox Amber now. Play that for free. And then we want to land, and we will equip Sigh, make it a 7 toughness creature. And we should be pretty safe at this point, unless they draw a burn spell off the top. It's going to be hard for them to kill me here. Goblin Pile Driver, pro blue, but that doesn't matter right now. So next turn I will die if I don't win. How's that? Next turn I will die if I don't win. All right, so how do we win this turn? That's the question. Because we have a lot of play here. I think it all starts off by casting the SRAM. Then we target Spider Silk Net. We're going to draw the Spire and get multiple creatures here. Okay, there's a Bone Saw on top. Perfect. Let's keep chaining. Gonna draw that extra SRAM. A Quarter Shield. Perfect. We get to cast that as well. Chain off. Drew the Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum does net me 2 artifacts, but I think we want to just draw it here. So let's tap the Amber and the Spire. Sacrifice Net and Bone Saw. Draw the hub. There's another Bone Saw. Perfect. There's our Ether Flux Reservoir. All right, so do I have enough mana? I do not currently. So I need to find another Mox Opal. No, what I can do is I can turn the, doesn't matter I guess, the Cathar Shield into an Amber, keep this Amber, play my land, play the Ether Flux Reservoir, play the Spider Silk Net off the top, and now we're going to be just gaining way too much life for them. I don't even know how many spells I had cast that turn, but that Spider Silk Net was probably gaining, what, at least 5 or 10, and then we were going to do it again with the Cathar Shield. And yeah, welcome to Pioneer, friends. There's match 1. Okay, here's the second match of this Pioneer League. We'll be on the play, and we're going to have to mulligan this hand. Like I had mentioned earlier, you have to aggressively mulligan with this deck until you find one of your relevant cards. Obviously, this would be a snap keep if I had, like, SRAM in it, but this hand literally does nothing. So to 6 we go, and a SRAM we find. Perfect. So we're going to bin the second Amber and go Hollowed Fountain into pass. Our hope is that our opponent doesn't have like a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Okay, Sacred Foundry. Tap, that's good news for us. Ooh, and the grid. All right, so we're going to start going off here a little bit. We're going to draw 2 cards at least anyways. SRAM, Bone Saw, draw a card. Cathar Shield, draw a card. And no reason to run out the Sigh yet. So, I mean, I could have equipped the Bone Saw, but that's not super relevant. It's a little bit awkward if the opponent kills my SRAM here, as then I would need to draw another land in order to run out of either of my spells. But if they just pass and I draw land, I will 100% play Mox Amber and then Mystic Forge and start trying to go off. They're just playing a 10th District Legionnaire. All right. I want to block it, but SRAM's too important here, so unfortunately cannot. Ooh, we did find the land. So I can go land, Amber, Mystic Forge. And yeah, let's get rid of the Inventor's Fair, see if we can hit some more zeros, which we did not. Okay. See if they run out Feather here, or if they just have some removal. Indeed they do, the Reckless Rage. That's fine. Into a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. So if my library has any number of zeros on the top, we're going to be in great shape. Emry is not what we are looking for, though. Yeah, I guess I just exile the Emry and try to find a zero. There, perfect. All right. Well, not perfect, but good. So we can go Psy into Float of Blue, play out the Amber. Man, hit another bad one off the top, though. Keep this Amber, land, and run out the grid. Got kind of unlucky here, I think. There was the very real possibility that I just chain off a bunch of cheap artifacts and kind of just win that last turn, but I might die here. It's not impossible to think that I could lose this turn. Especially with the Arcanist. What do we get from the sideboard? I don't know if the counters are too relevant versus them. I could definitely see bringing in Padim, though. Teferi also turns off Arcanist. Ooh, a Phalanx Leader. Nice, okay. Well, I can just kill that, depending, which tells me they are going to try to target it itself. We'll see what this Reckless Rage does. Like, presumably Psy is dying here. Alright, they're going to target their Phalanx Leader. That's fine. It will kill it. Psy down, and we'll just go ahead and chump. Preserve our life total, since that doesn't trample. Go ahead and ping them for 1 end of turn. And hope to hit some good ones. Nope, either hub is terrible. Let's get rid of that. There's a Bone Saw. And unfortunately, nothing else. I can ping something for 2, but that's not good enough. No reason to run out the gear per either grid here. Let's at least make them think I might have something, but very high likelihood I'm just dead here next turn. Alright, yeah, that'll do it. Dang. Had a great start, but just kind of fizzled there. Hit a few too many non-artifacts. Alright, I like the Teferi. Excuse me. Got a Paradox. I mean, the Spell Pierce and Rebuke don't seem terrible, all things considered. Maybe I try 2 rebukes over the 2 drums. Go like that. All right, here we are for game 2 versus the red-white heroic deck. And way too many lands and no action, so we'll go down to 6. All action, no lands. We'll go down to 5. Remember, this deck's not running very many lands. I think I'm at, what, 19 or something? So these type of hands will happen. Yes, this is a keep now. Okay. Because we can go Reef, Amber, Net, Emery. So let's pitch the outcome, and I think probably the Psy. Looks like our opponent mulliganed to 6 themselves. And we only hit a Cathar's Shield in the graveyard. Darn it. Both the Hub and the Spire would have let us cast Teferi next turn as well. Alright, well, I guess let's cast the Cathar's Shield while we can. And then we can suit up our Emery here. Give it a little bit of toughness. Opponent with the Fry, that's fine. Maybe that's not so fine. Alright. Well, for as busted as things you can do, sometimes you don't do well enough. Seems like a pretty good rebuke target. We need a lot of things to go right now, but I suppose rebuking first few things they play is not awful. They paid the life here. Yeah, I'm going to go for another rebuke on that. They might be holding up like a Boros Charm if they don't just have another creature. Yeah, I'm going to assume that's a Boros Charm. Did find another Emery, which turns back on Mox Ember at the very least. And 2 SRAMs, a land, and a Reservoir gone. Defiant Strike to cycle. Nice. So they didn't kill Emery end of turn, which might be a good thing for us. Sparring Vantage pass. Ooh, and we hit the land? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, now we get to jam Teferi. And I think we're just going to uptick here. Next turn I can Teferi bounce the Mox Amber to play the Reservoir out of my graveyard, which would be pretty good. Lagana Band Trailblazer, sure. Oh, or I could just hit the land natively. All right. Let's go for a bounce on this, because they can't protect it. Then we go Spire, Reservoir. I say they can't protect it because I have Teferi, so they can't cast it on my turn, right? Reservoir out of the graveyard, and then I actually don't think I want to play any of these. Like, yes, I could gain a little bit of life, but if I draw another SRAM, I'd much rather have that. Are they going to sack the Ramanap Ruins? That doesn't kill Teferi. Sure, that's fine. Hopefully they don't have another Haster. If it's just Lagana pass, I'm pretty happy. Nice. All right, uptick. And let's give Emery a pretty big butt here and pass. No plays again. It's good for us. Uptick. Make Emery a 1-7. Land and pass. I think there's probably a little bit of merit to making Emery a 1-10, but again, I'd rather just hold on to the artifacts here. Next turn I can bounce again if I want to and still preserve the Teferi. Pretty glad we got those Metallic Rebukes early since the opponent seems to be flooding out. And their deck definitely doesn't need that much mana. What other plays I could make? I could bounce my own Emery to reset it. They have a Wear to kill the Cathar's Shield. Okay. So I guess they have another Fry in their hand. Oh, Reckless Rage, sure. Okay. Well, I do get a little bit punished for not equipping another Cathar's Shield there. I mean, as unfortunate as this is, I might not get another chance to use Teferi here, so I think we just gotta fire that off. So 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, 4 life, 5 life, which is 9, 12, 14. I have 15 life in hand right now. Hoping they don't have another Wear and Tear. I might have to start playing out some life gain next turn, because even though, yes, I'm at 7, that's really easy for them to kill me with. Ooh, Inventor's Fair might not be bad. Okay, so I think I am going to run out a few artifacts just to gain some extra life here. Just so I don't die next turn randomly to like 2 or 3 pump spells. Oh, they did have another Wear. Okay. So the question is, do I want to Inventor's Fair? I guess I'm going to go for Mystic Forge. But looks like we might be dead here. They did draw another Wear and Tear. Oh, I didn't bring in the Padeems. That might have been a mistake. If I only take 3, maybe I have a chance, though. Sure. Well, that will kill me next turn. I don't know if this is good enough anymore. Yeah, I'm going to need to draw one of my relevant spells. I mean, that is indeed a relevant spell. Okay, let's start cantripping. Hope the last card in their hand isn't a Reckless Rage. Okay, now I think we have to run out this. What's on top of my library? Paradoxical. How much mana do I have? Not enough quite yet, but we do want to draw that for sure. So I have access to 1, 2, 3 mana right now. I just dead next turn, though? Yeah, because they can cast... No, Fry doesn't kill me. And oh, no, they can't cast Fry. They can't do that either. So I think I'm supposed to stay at this life total and not use Mystic Forge. I think I go land, tap, Amber. Keep the untapped Amber. And then equip the Cathar's Shield so that Reckless Rage doesn't kill my SRAM. And now I just need to hope I get another turn. It is possible I'm dead here, but if they don't kill me this turn, we have a chance. The reason we have to equip the Cathar's Shield is because the Dreadhorde Arcanist, again, can get back their Reckless Rage, and so now it can't kill the SRAM. Expedite's pretty bad for us. Although, wait. They had the win, right? If they expedite their Arcanist, they would have been able to Fry. What am I missing here? Oh, or they just draw another Fry anyways. So be it. GG's. GG's. Let's go to the next. All right, here's round 3 of this Pioneer League. And oh yeah, this hand is spicy. Definitely going to keep this one. Do I want to play Springleaf Drum turn 1, though? The answer is yes, we do. Don't have too many ways to cantrip right now, just this one Cathar's Shield. Aha, another one. We'll see if the opponent can kill my SRAM here, though, with like a shock or something. Alright, they don't have a kill spell there. That's good. Then we can play the other drum off this drum. And honestly, Gear per Either Grid next turn might just be good enough with the 4 artifacts that we have, depending on what the opponent's game plan is. Brawl, okay. Well, I think the game plan is to attack here and see if they block. Because if they block, then I can just grid it down for 1. Nice. Got them to bait into it, which was good. The downside there is that if they didn't block, I wouldn't be able to cast the Reservoir anymore, but that's not a huge deal. Strategic planning, okay. Ah, Arclight Phoenix, I see now. Well, the grid's going to be good versus the Phoenix, too. Would love to start drawing some... some more artifacts, though. We're going to equip the Cathar's Shield here so that our SRAM can't be killed by some random burn spell, unless it's exactly Fry again or something. Alright, Thrill of Possibility, discarding Phoenix. So odds are we're going to be taking at least 6 this next turn, or rather this turn. Maybe 9 if we're unlucky. Although I suppose I can always shoot down one of the Phoenix if I really want to. It's probably correct. Oh my god, into Treasure Cruise, yeah. Let's hope they don't find another Phoenix here. Oh, they did? 3 Phoenix? Well, welcome to Modern Light, friends. Like I said, this is a very cool format. to start drawing some more equipment here. All right, beautiful. We did. So let's first off attack for 2. And then a very high likelihood of what I'm just going to do is like shoot down the Brawl, regardless of if they block or not. Okay, they're at 11, so I'm going to play the Reservoir here. A quarter shield cantrip also gain me a life. Man, and we hit another land. Yikes. Yeah, I think I need to kill this. Need to find a paradoxical or something. Oh. They simply just drew another Brawl. I see. Is this Haggle incoming or another Thrill? It was a Cathartic Reunion discarding Creeping Chill. Nice. Okay. And another Creeping Chill. Alright. So no 4th Phoenix, but we do take 9 here. So I need to draw one of a few cards. That could start the chain. Come on, baby. We need to find like a Paradox or something. That's not good enough. I can cast the SRAM to gain 2 and then shoot down. I guess I'm not dead, technically. Also, we can give our dude... Oh no, we don't have any of the reach enchantments. We don't have any of the nets. That's too bad. So we just pass here and hope we're not dead. If they find their last Phoenix, we lose, but... Yeah, they did. Darn it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can only kill 1. We needed to hit one more artifact and we would have maybe gotten there. Or they just needed to not find their last Phoenix. Dang! This was actually a pretty close game, I think. Yeah, we had a lot of outs. We could have just had one of our reach artifacts. Could have hit one more artifact. Alright, I have 1, 2. I can shoot down. Yeah, shoot down 1. Dang it. Or rather, I can shoot down... Yeah, 1. I needed to shoot down 2, though. So I was 1 off. Oh, no! No! That next turn was going to be insane. Okay. Whatever, that's fine. Tormod's Crypt, I guess, in. Let's cut these drums. Don't think any of these are super relevant. I could bring in some counters, but that doesn't seem great either. We just need to high roll a little bit better than they can. They hit too many Phoenix in their top, I guess, 26 or something. They hit 3 in the top 26. All right, let's go to game 2 of this match. So close. 1 land and it was an insta-keep. But we'll go down to 6. This is a pretty bad 6, all things considered. But I think we have to give it a shot and pitch one of the size. We do have access to Spider Silk Net, which does give us reach, but we need to find like a SRAM here. We need a 3rd mana source. falls. Yeah, I'll run at the drum. They have the brawl again. Alright, we did find a land, which means we get to go Psy into a bunch of Thopters. I think I'm going to hold one in case I draw SRAM, but I think running out 2 makes sense. Or maybe even just 1 makes sense. I want to make sure I get the Thopter value immediately. Alright, there goes a Cathartic Reunion. Pitching a Baral and a Phoenix. Tapped land, though, means they're not going to get their Arclight Phoenix back this turn, which is good. Mox Amber, alright. Definitely running that out. I mean, let's just equip Psy up with a bunch of Spider Silk nets. Like 1-3 reach here is not bad, or rather 1-8 reach here is not bad. Next turn I might start sacrificing 2 artifacts via Psy just to draw some extra cards, but for now let's get shields up. Okay, still just 1 Phoenix in the yard. Second strategic planning. Here comes Treasure Cruise, it looks like. Alright, so they're going to get 1 Phoenix back, but we can just block with Psy. Another Mox Amber. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is attack with all 3 Thopters. And then the one that the opponent blocks, I will sacrifice in addition to the Mox Amber. To draw an extra card. And all those cards will just replace themselves immediately. As we drew another Emery, not bad. So Emery, mill some nonsense. Get an extra Thopter. And let's... I'm debating whether or not I want to play this Spider Silk Net. I guess I do now, since I have the Emery. And then let's equip this net to the Emery to protect her more. Because Emery represents a bunch of other artifacts anyway, so I don't need to hold the Silk anymore. Man, opponent's already gone through nearly half of their deck. Kind of crazy. Alright, pieces of the puzzle. They hit Chart a Course and Strategic Planning. Another Treasure Cruise. They have 10 cards in hand. This looks like another Cathartic Reunion. It feels like their deck just folds to a way to get rid of their Arclight Phoenix, though. But I like their deck, for sure. Treasure Cruise is obviously a very, very powerful card. Dig Through Time is also in this format, for the record. I'm not sure if blocking with Emery here is correct, but we have seen 0 burn from them thus far. Alright, well there you go. So they do have a slash. Oh, boo, and then we drew a SRAM. Alright, well. going to sack 2 artifacts. Okay, I'll go ahead and run out this ram, and then we'll just equip this net, silk net to it. Third treasure cruise. Pieces of the puzzle. Okay. So they have a strategic planning. Okay. They have 13 cards left in their deck. I'm surprised they're not running Thing in the Ice, as Thing in the Ice is also legal. All right, there's the third Arclight Phoenix. I'm going to start leaving back my Thopters to block. I think I got a little bit too aggressive here. Either hub. All right. So I'm just going to land and pass. Although I might want to move one of the nets over to my SRAM. 6 toughness seems pretty good versus them. Okay, let's block, block, block. And then we'll sacrifice the 2 Thopters. Obviously, they could have 2 slashes now. But they only have 9 cards left. They have to be very, very careful about how much digging they do. All right, let's start going off. Bonesaw is actually a good draw too, as it allows the Sai to have 2 power, which means Sai can attack into their or rather block into their Arclight Phoenix. Paradoxal Outcome, also a very good draw. So I think to play around another singleton copy of Wild Slash, I'm not going to bounce one of the cloaks that are on top of my SRAM, because this should be more than enough. Disdainful Stroke. Okay, I mean, so be it. We'll go ahead and play out another Mox Ember just for another 1/1 flyer. Let's equip that here and make SRAM large and pass. Okay, 7 cards left in their deck. There goes another Phoenix, 5 cards left in their deck. Chart a Course, 3 cards left in their deck. Alright, so we're going to eat the creatures that can't be brought back. Take 7, go to 4. Yeah, I mean, if they have double Wild Slash, I lose, I guess. Although, now that I think of it, I'm probably supposed to block the Phoenix, because I don't think they can cast reasonably any more spells, so that was probably a mistake. Alright, anyways. Let's sigh. Let's sack one of these and one of these. We don't need to draw too much to really go off, but that's not going to do it. Oh boy, can I hit like one or two more artifacts, please? Crazy that I think I'm still going to lose this game. Probably to my own fault. Need to find like equipment here and start chaining. All right. Come on, let's go. Perfect. There we go. And then 1 mana Emery. Mills a bunch of stuff. Equip one of these. Land, pass, and hope I don't die, I guess. The question is, how many Wild Slashes do they have in their deck? That is the real question. How many Wild Slashes do you have in your deck? And is it enough? Man, this format has been fun. Barrier to entry is a lot lower than Modern as well, so that's nice. Yeah, I think I definitely messed up not blocking the Arclight Phoenixes last turn. Again, for them to bring back the Phoenix, they would have needed to cast a bunch of cantrips, which would have killed them, so. I think I definitely punted last turn. I probably took, what, 1, 2, like 3 extra damage or something? Well, they're tanking here. I don't know what it means, but they're tanking. GG? Question mark? Alright, they passed priority. I took 0 damage. Bunch of crap traded off. 5 cards in hand, 2 in library. Found another Cathar's Shield. Let's start chaining again. Paradoxical. I mean, odds are they have another disdainful stroke in their hand. Oh, they just conceded. Beautiful. All right. We get to game 3. Yeah, looks like their only win cons are the Phoenix. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy indeed. I wish I had some burn spells in my sideboard for their frickin' Brawls. The Brawls are what... Oh, I guess, and the Electromancers. Those are what really let them tick off. I just don't think these are worth it here. Although it is pretty funny to counter a Cathartic Reunion, I suppose. But I don't see something that I would want to take out for them, so... Well, let's go back. Game 3. Here we are for Game 3 of this 3rd round of this Pioneer League. The classic triple Mox Amber hand. Let's go down to 6. Oh yeah, and this hand is much, much better. Very nice. I think I'm going to lose the Amber here, though. As we get to go SRAM into double card draw. Hopefully, anyways, if they don't just immediately kill SRAM. Opponent is on a mulligan to 5, though. Okay. Alright, third land is good. That means we don't need to rip a land off the top in order to cast this Girapur. Nice, okay. Another land is excellent. So let's add white here. With the hub, go shield. Shield. Saw. Saw. And go. Not bad. 4 cantrips. Would not be surprised to just see the SRAM immediately eat a burn spell, though. But I think next turn my game plan is just to hopefully jam the Girapur and shoot down their Electromancer. This looks like a Thrill or a Cathartic. Yes, it is. Thrill discards Phoenix. Into a second Electromancer, sure. Ooh, I will happily block if they attack. Joke's on them there. I think we want that dead for sure. Now I go fair. Grid. Shoot down their Electromancer. Just makes it so hard for them to cast as many spells. Okay, and we're going to start gaining life with the Inventor's Fair. So they can't take either of those. They took the Slash and the Chart, of course. Okay. Paradoxical, obviously a very good draw here, but we don't need to do that just yet. So let's go Emery for 1. Shield, shield, SRAM, land. Let's go Spire and then immediately equip the Emery here so that she can beat a Wild Slash straight up. Okay. Planning into Opt. Into Opt. I'm going to go ahead and just shoot down the Phoenix, keep my life total high. Alright, so let's attack for 1. And now let's bring back one of the shields, cast it for free. Cast this Bonesaw for free. Ping the opponent. Ping the opponent. Ping the opponent. Paradoxical. Everything but the grid. Draw 500 cards. Alright, let's run out a bunch of artifacts. No SRAM to really go off, but Paradoxical with all of these zeros means we get to keep pinging for effectively free. I'll go ahead and run out the Emery even though we know they can shoot it down immediately. Okay, in response to them casting a spell here, I'm going to go ahead and shoot down the Baral. And in response, they are going to Thrill. You got it. If they have another Phoenix, I'm going to take 6 here. And they just scoop. All right. Ooh, this deck is fun. 2-1 now. Let's go to round 4. Fourth match with our Cheerios deck here in the Pioneer queue. We are on the draw, but our hand is decent enough. SRAM with 2 2 equipment spells. Looks like our opponent's on, not Infect, but Boggles. Yes, indeed. Gonna be the old Boggly boys over there. Alright, we'll see if we can... this is gonna be a match of who can get going first. And it seems like I'm doing pretty well for now. Although I do have a lot of expensive cards in my hand. I guess our best possible draw is probably just, what do you call it? Opal. Or Mox Amber, rather. Oh, yeah! Alright. Well, now we get to go like this. Land, Amber. And I think we want to jam the Forge here. And we can start going off immediately. I think I like holding this shield in my hand, question mark? Actually, no. We have Paradoxical, so might as well. Alright, I mean, I might be dead next turn. Like, no, that's not true. If they have another All That Glitters, I could have a problem here, but we're definitely just jamming the Reservoir now and hoping to chain off with SRAM and the zeros. We can cast that one for 1, actually. So that's good. It also adds 1 mana, technically. We can pay 1 life to exile that. Hope to hit something else. Beautiful. And we can cast this drum off of this other drum. Nice. So with that 20 life, I don't think they're going to be able to kill me next turn, and then I just kill them with Paradoxical. And you know what it doesn't care about them having less than 50 life? You guessed it. Frickin' Either Flux Reservoir. Alright, so let's float. This should be an easy win from here. Mox Amber. Play that. Float. Blue, colorless. Float. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And that'll be the game. Now we just cast a bunch of zeros and shoot them with Reservoir. Who can kill the other person faster? Nice gold fishing here. Alright, what do we do for sideboarding now? Honestly, I just guess I bring in counters versus them. The grids are useless. So let's bring in the Rebukes. Let's bring in the Pierces. I mean, I suppose Teferi can technically bounce an enchantment spell, but that doesn't seem good enough. Got a Paradox and a Drum, and let's go to the next game. Alright, here we are for the next game. Versus Boggles. Don't think this hand is good enough. If this was SRAM, I would obviously keep it, but I think on this one we just have to hope to high roll and go down to 6 here. Yeah, this hand also doesn't seem good enough. Alright, let's go to 5. There's the SRAM. We'll keep this. We'll pitch 2 of the artifacts and hope to get there here. There's the Glade Cover Scout again. Let's go Fountain, tapped, pass. What is this? Uh-oh, Ethereal Armor is the crazy one. Taking 4 turn 2. Oh boy. Alright, well let's jam the SRAM and start drawing. Need to find some more lands here, and an Amber would be great. There's the Amber. Okay. So I need to find a land next turn. And I need to not die in 2 turns, which currently I'm going to do. So how does this work? So I need to play this. What needs to happen is I literally need to hit like the last 3 ambers off of the paradoxical. And SRAM rebuy. That's not it. Because with the ambers, I might be able to cast like the reservoir plus maybe if I get lucky. No, if we didn't get there though. Literally just dead. All right. Oh. Maybe bringing in the counters on the draw wasn't good. I still don't think the Teferis are good enough, though. I'm definitely leaving the counters in on the play. Let's just run it back. It's who can do their thing fastest. That's this matchup. All right, game 3, Boggles versus Cheerios. We're on the play though, and we have the SRAM in opening hand. Nice, nice. So let's go turn 1 Emery here, which means I do need to play out the net, but Emery presumably is going to hit. Oh my god, we didn't hit an artifact. Oh, I could have played the drum too. Whoops. Well, somehow Emery didn't hit an artifact though, which is the worst of it. That doesn't matter versus me. So we go drum, SRAM, Cathars Shield. Woof, didn't get there. Land tapped, pass. Well, we have a lot of good draws, but no, drum's not one of them. Equip, land. Equip, attack for 2. 2/7 vigilance reach incoming. There's the armor, but they can't attack yet. Cartouche still doesn't let them attack. Alright, let's start chaining again. Nice. Rebuke's not awful. Alright, let's get ourselves a big butt here. And I can Metallic Rebuke their next big relevant play. Yeah, that can't resolve. All right, come on, keep chaining. Yes, keep chaining. There's a forge. All right, here we go. Well, we definitely want that, so I guess I don't exile and just pass. Their 9/9 doesn't attack into my 2/10. That's so good. All right. Exile the second SRAM. There's a Bone Saw. Beautiful. Oh, I can't cast it off my library because of the Grafdigger's Cage. Sick. I forgot about that. I said it doesn't matter, but it did matter. Here comes Unflinching Courage or something nasty. Yeah, alright. 13/13. I take it. So I need to exile. Draw the Sigh. Am I just dead here? First strike like trample. 1, 2, 3. Two. Wait. Oh, the spider silk. That's what I need to do. Equip. All right. Hope that I don't die. That kills me. GG. Oh, no. I said the Grafdigger's Cage didn't matter, but of course it mattered. It stopped my Mystic Forge. Dang. All right. That was a fun match, though. Let's see if we can pull off the 2 and 2. All right, here's the final match of this Pioneer League with our sweet little Cheerios deck on the play, and a lot of good cards, but need to find that SRAM or something. Looks like this is also a 6 that we're gonna mulligan down to 5. And you just need to know when to hold them and fold them. So let's keep this. Let's pitch a hub and a shield. And, well, hope to top deck some stuff. All those hands were very middling. I think that with this deck you need to aggressively mulligan for one of your, again, relevant cards. Ooh, after playing against a Stitches Supplier. Okay. So we're playing against maybe Delirium style of deck. Green-black Delirium, it looks like, perhaps. There's a Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to just run out the grid. I don't think it's worth it to shoot the Stitches Supplier, is it? I mean, it forces them to have another creature to crew the copter, so maybe it is. This also fills up their graveyard, though, for like Tassiger and whatnot, so not sure how good this actually is. Amber better to play over the net in case we draw a SRAM, as all the other cards don't really care what type of artifact you cast. Traverse the Ulvenwald, yes. They have land, artifact, creature, instant. Okay. So they do have the Deliriums. And they went and grabbed a Botanical Sanctum. You might see like a Treasure Cruise here, though. They're out of energy. Oh, wow, maybe they grabbed the wrong land. As we draw a redundant grid. I think I'm actually just going to hold that. In case they have like an Abrupt Decay or a Assassin's Trophy, they're more likely to use it on the current grid if I don't play out the second. Narcomoeba, alright. Well, that crews their copter. We'll just shoot the Narcomoeba at end of turn. Presumably they're still just looking for a black source, which again, probably a mistake getting the Botanical Sanctum, I would have to guess. Alright, discard another Haunted Dead. I'll take 3. Ooh, and there's Mr. Srammy. Alright. Let's start doing some cantripping. Well, that wasn't very exciting, was it? I guess I equip the net, and I'll go ahead and pay 2 life and equip the Bone Saw. This does technically stop a Smuggler's Copter. They don't have black to kill SRAM right now. Another traverse. All right, well, this will probably get a black source. Watery Grave, yes indeed. All right. What are you going to do, OP? Ooh, if their gameplay is just Haunted Dead here, that's great. Nice. Okay. Are they going to crew their copter? Maybe they don't realize my SRAM has reach from the spider silk. Oh, this is funny. Spider silk has been oddly relevant. Oh, that's classic. I'll go ahead and shoot down the spirit here. End of turn. All right, let's start cantripping again. Boo that. Go ahead and attack for 2 and pass. I wonder if they knew that I could block and they just wanted to attack to get the free loot. All right, no attacks. All right, I mean, I'll go ahead and shoot down the Haunted Dead, I guess. Not sure if their plan was to block or what, but seems worth it. All right, well, they don't have a kill spell for SRAM, apparently. Otherwise, they would have fired it off. Attack for 3. Ah, they discarded a prized amalgam. I see now. Go ahead and shoot down the spirit before they can block. And I suppose just suit up our dude. I guess I should have equipped the Accorder shield before attacking, because I lost out on vigilance. Which is actually relevant here. All right, I think I'm probably losing right now, but it's close. I'll be sad if this is like a draw step trophy or something. Oh, Deep Fiend. Okay. Haven't seen that in a long time. All right, so it doesn't do anything for me to float. We drew a sigh. All right. Better than nothing, I suppose. Sigh pass here. Take 5, go to 4. 2 cards in their hand, so they can activate their Haunted Dead again. Ooh, they drew a Wretched Griff. Punished. Punished for me not just killing it. Okay, well, I guess we're shooting them end of turn. Alright, so let's attack for 3. Since we have Vigilance. And then I'm going to need to have to sacrifice some artifacts here and dig a little bit, I think. I have access to 8 mana, so I can draw 2 cards and still have 4 mana available. Ooh, opponent's wondering if I can kill him from here. I can, potentially, given the right draws. Okay, they didn't block, though. Alright, so let's float. Blue, colorless. Let's see, use the grid to shoot their face. Sacking. 2 artifacts, drawing a card. Nice. Alright, now we can start chaining and see if we can win here. Emery is not good enough. So let's again tap 2 artifacts. Shoot their face. Use Sack. Again, a little bit of a brick. I think I do go for it one more time, though. And this time I'm not going to tap the Spider Silk. Nice. All right, and we did get there. Beautiful. Kind of, I guess. I might be dead, but we do have a lot of blockers now. If they have another Elder Deep Fiend, I don't actually lose either, so this was good. Whew, close game. They almost pulled it out, but I think they might have made just a few missteps there, given the Smuggler's Copter attacking them by 3/4, and then like the Traverse not getting the black source. So it looks like Crypts come in here. Rebukes might not be bad versus the Emerge. Teferi as well. Let's cut the drums. The grids don't actually seem all that useful here, although that was fine that game. And then 181 Paradoxical. Go to game 2. All right, game 2 here of the final round. No lander for us, so we will ship it. This would be a pretty greedy 6, but I think I live dangerously. Let's pitch one of our SRAMs, and we need to find another land here. 1 land, and we can go off. Opponent on the mulligan to 5. Watery Grave, and pass. Alright, we did find the land. Beautiful. So next turn we get to go SRAM into at least 2 cantrips. Opponent with the turn 2 Smuggler's Copter. That's fine. Make that 3 cantrips. Ooh. So playing the Amber doesn't actually give me access to Rebuke, so we're going to hold it for Psi purposes. So next turn we can go Psi, Amber, hold up Rebuke. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Oh man, this is a blast from the past. I think this league was a really good example of some of the fun things that you can do in Pioneer. like I said, it's like a greatest hits of Standard from like the last X years. And I think this has showcased that for sure. Pitch to hub and pass. All right. Nice draw there. So let's pay 1. Play the Psy. Play the Amber, make a 1/1 flyer. Play the Crypt, make a 1/1 flyer. Attack for 2. And pass with Rebuke open. And they just scooped. Yeah, I imagine the Crypt was just going to hose them there. Plus, our start was pretty good for a mulligan to whatever it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Normally I would draft, of course, but man, Pioneer has been super fun. And there are just so many different things you can do. I'm having a great time trying out all these new different decks. This was just a taste of things. I don't think this is an optimized list by any means, but you can see the power level of some of these cards. And you saw a lot of other good decks as well, but there might be some more constructed in the future. For now, this is Kenji Numotthenummy signing off with this constructed with Numott League, playing Pioneer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see y'all next time.